Hey guys, so Netflix is bringing the manga and anime sensation Death Note to a TV and streaming device near you later this year in August. Now, if you don't know, Death Note is a super popular Japanese manga and anime, which is about a boy named Light comes into possession of this notebook called a Death Note. It says Death Note on the cover, just like a black sort of notebook. And essentially he finds out that whatever name he writes down into the Death Note book, that person gets killed. So this is going to be a great time. Essentially what this notebook is, it's just basically whenever you write someone's name in it, this demon named Ryuk kills them. It's basically just this death demon, and Light can more or less control it. He decides to try and kill criminals versus people that he actually dislikes. Has the greatest intentions of the world, but of course that doesn't work out for him, and there's going to be a lot of drama surrounding this. Now, this Netflix film adaptation will be directed by the Blair Witch and VHS director Adam Wingard. It's going to star Nat Wolff, Keith Stanfield, and Willem Dafoe will actually be doing the voice of the death demon Ryuk, which he kind of coincidentally looks like in a way, which is a little bit weird. But I think that they went that extra mile and sort of got him. Now, we don't really get a good look at Ryuk in these trailers. He's mainly in the darkness. I think that's kind of the point, is that you don't really see him very well, but he's like this super tall, lanky, spiked out black character, like dark figure. I think it's pretty creepy, but I love the concept of Death Note, and I think that it's really interesting, and I really can't wait to see it. But, of course, Netflix and this whole project has kind of come under scrutiny because of whitewashing. Because this storyline essentially is based on Japanese manga and anime, because their characters are white, and the main character is white, and actually one of the other main characters is black in this instance. Because they're white, it's considered as whitewashing because everyone is butthurt about everything these days if it's not true to the original. But to be completely honest, it really doesn't matter to me, mainly because I'm not a fan of whitewashing. I think that every culture should be represented, everything like that. But this is the American adaptation of this Japanese manga and anime. So of course, having American people sort of work on it, they're probably going to have a little bit different viewpoint of what it's going to look like. For example, South Korea's version of Old Boy, there was a Korean man who played the main character. Now when the American adaptation came along, Josh Brolin got the character of the main character. That film was directed by Spike Lee, the American version, but that one didn't really seem to come under as much scrutiny for some reason. So it's not that I have anything against what this project represents, I just think it's the adaptation version of what this manga series and this anime is. Of course, these characters are from Japan and things like that in the original story, but this is the American adaptation. I'm not really going to bitch essentially too much about it because, again, it's the American adaptation. They're going to have American-looking characters in it for an American audience. Netflix is global, but I mean more of the Americanized audience, I guess I should say. Nothing against that. I just think that that's the decision that they decided to go with. I'm not against it, but at the same time, I don't think that whitewashing should be a thing. I understand where people are coming from, that they're upset that these characters that of such a popular franchise like Death Note are upset that these characters aren't true to their original. But then again, Marvel is kind of going off kilter as well with some of their character directions, like, say, Flash Thompson in the upcoming Spider-Man Homecoming. He's nowhere near the original, but for some reason it came under a little bit of discussion, but it didn't necessarily have as much controversy surrounding it as maybe Death Note is. But then again, I'm just one individual. I don't necessarily have the biggest knowledge of manga and anime, especially of Death Note. I don't know that much about it. Of course, I do know of its impact and what it actually is, but I'm actually kind of interested to see how it plays out in this version. I haven't read the original manga, I haven't seen the anime, I just know of Death Note's existence. So essentially I'm going to be going into this fresh, and that's kind of what I want to go for. I'd rather see the adaptation first and then see the original and then be like, oh yeah, the original was better. Yeah, these people really effed this one up. But I just feel like this one looks visually kind of interesting. I like the character of Ryuk. I like how he sort of is this dark, shadowy figure. I kind of want to see how this whole film plays out because I don't want to spoil it for myself and watch or see anything of the original. And then it just ends up being something totally different in the Netflix adaptation. But I'm really actually looking forward to it. The style looks pretty interesting. The visuals of like, there's another character, the other main character is like this black character played by Keith Stanfield. I apologize, I don't know the character's name in the film, but he's got like this hoodie and like this mask up. There's a scene where he's like walking down like this neon red lit hallway that just looks really cool. Like the visual style of the show, or excuse me, movie rather, looks really awesome, and I actually can't wait to see it. So I'm really hoping for some really good visuals in this movie, as well as hopefully the acting will be pretty good, and I'm really looking forward to Willem Dafoe's portrayal of the death demon Ryuk. And again, this actually is going to be coming out next month, towards the end of August, right around August 25th, I believe. So it's going to be coming out pretty soon, and I'm really looking forward to it. The trailer looks pretty interesting. I will definitely go ahead and leave a link to the trailer in the description box down below. If you haven't seen it already, you can definitely check it out. But I highly recommend it. It looks kind of interesting, and as soon as it comes out on August 25th, I'm going to be streaming it and checking it out because I think that it looks pretty appealing, and I want to judge for myself. I like being my own judge, and I think that the best way to do it is to watch it myself and determine how I feel about it, if it's good or not. So guys, like I said, I've left a link to this trailer down in the description box down below. Feel free to check that out if you haven't already. Also, while you're down there, please feel free to leave a like if you feel so inclined, as well as hit that big subscribe button just in case you haven't done so already. That's pretty much all I have on my thoughts on Death Note. I don't really want to know much about it because I want to actually experience it when it comes out. But I'm really looking forward to it. The trailer looks pretty interesting. I hope you guys feel the same. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below regarding Death Note. But that's pretty much all I have for right now. I've got like a couple of other trailer reviews that I have to talk about. I've had like 4 trailers come out recently, 3 trailers that I have to talk about. So I'm filming back to back to back. So be sure to subscribe, like I said, to get access to be able to see all of these trailer reviews that I'm going to be having coming up. But other than that, that's pretty much all I have for Death Note. Guys, thank you so much for watching. You really are the best. And I hope to see you in the next one.